Let's talk about what might be the end of AAA gaming on the Meta Quest. Let's talk about it. All right, welcome back to the channel. I'm Viper, and today let's get into Meta Quest and AAA gaming in a whole. Before we start right off the rip, I'm gonna let you know I'm just a growing content creator and I buy some of my games. I don't get all these games for free. I buy some of my games. I had to pay for Batman. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, we all want AAA games on the Meta Quest, but we all don't want to pay for them. These developers are going out, they're spending time and money and years to develop these games. And when they come out, some people want them to be $15, $20. These games are expensive to make, you know, and when they $60, $50, people don't want to buy them. Coming from a console gamer, all my games were $60. We are not paying for the high quality games. Batman, great game. Glad I paid for it. $50 to pay for that game. It was great. I loved it. Batman came free with a lot of people's headsets. That's why a lot of people played it. Asgard's Wrath came free with a lot of people's headsets. And I don't know what trickery they did to get that to run, but it looks great. But nobody's really buying it. The top games on the Meta Quest right now is Beat Saber. You know what the second one is? You guessed it, Gorilla Tag. Gorilla Tag is number 2. Number 2, really? The top 10 games on this thing are Beat Saber, Gorilla Tag, Blast On, Population 1, which is a good game. Population 1, just some backstory, you had to pay for that game. I bought that game when it first came out. But since it became free, it's number 4. You know what's not on that top 10 list? Batman is not on the top 10 list. Assassin's Creed is not on that top 10 list. Metro, which is a great game, is not on that top 10 list, which is mind-blowing to me. Behemoth is a great game, not on that top 10 list. People be like, oh, well, the graphics wasn't like this, and the graphics this and this and that. Do y'all understand that the Meta Quest 3 is a mobile chip? I don't care what level of chip it is, it's still a mobile chip. It's one mobile chip that's in that headset that's doing a bunch of things, and it don't have a lot of RAM in it. The Pico has more RAM, the Pico Ultra has more RAM than the Quest 3. So that RAM that's in the Quest 3 plus that mobile chipset running all this stuff, it's doing a fantastic job. It's not a console. It's not the PSVR 2, which is a computer. You want great graphics, you gotta get one of those. Or you gotta go and buy yourself a PC and you would get those graphics. You know, some games, you know, came out that was pretty awful. But these other games like Metro and Behemoth and Assassin's Creed, there's some good games. AAA, great story, hours of gameplay. Nobody wanna buy them, which is crazy to me. It's a game that came out, Pinball VR FX. You know, you got pinball rooms, you can build your tables. I think it was like $20, came with 3 tables, but then you have to buy tables. The complaint was, table's kind of expensive. $10 for a table, $15 for a table. When you buy a real pinball table, in real life, $1,500. And I guarantee you're not gonna play it every day. First couple of weeks, you might really get into it, but then it's gonna sit there. You know, play it every now and then when people come over, you know, stuff like that. $1,500, one table. Spend $15 on one table. Play the depth out of that table. When you get tired of it, get another table. The great thing and what I do all the time, I do it still to the day, is when Meta have a spring sale or a sale, some kind of sale, and it's 50% off, 60% off, I grab them. If I can get it on sale, I'll grab it on sale. If I can't, then I'll pay the full price for it. And Pinball FX VR, great. Now for me, I got the controller too. So that controller makes it feels like it's a real pinball machine. So it just brings the whole thing to life. Even with that controller, when buying that game, it's less than a real pinball machine. All I'm saying is my rant is we have to either start buying these AAA games, supporting these devs so they can keep making these AAA games, or they're just gonna stop making them. I think so. It's not gonna be Meta's fault. Everybody's waiting for Meta to give these developers money to buy these games. It's not gonna be their fault. It's gonna be us asking for a whole bunch of AAA games, but not buying them when they come out, and these developers are losing money. My rant is, hey, let's jump on board. You know, the Quest 3S, it went on sale for $270. $270. That was a good entry to get in. Now, I always recommend the Quest 3 because I just think the pancake extensions are better. Like, if you had to get a cheaper headset, get the Quest 3, it'll get you into VR. You still can play Behemoth and Batman and Asgard's Wrath. You can play these games at a cheap price. But that cheap price that Meta did, I think is hurting VR. Maybe come out with a Meta Quest Pro that got all the bells and whistles, 4K screens and all that stuff, and maybe charge a lot more for the VR enthusiasts. And then come out with the cheaper one for people that are just trying to get in. Everybody got their own budget and everything like that, and I understand that too. The Apple Vision Pro is on a whole different conversation. Not really gonna go there. But you know what's inside that headset? A M2 chip and the R1 chip. They have the M2 chip and the R1 chip that's running all this stuff. It's crazy. It's 4K screens, and you know, they don't have the games, but everything else, great. But you gotta pay for that. You know, you got headsets that's coming out that you're gonna have to pay for. That new XR headset that's by Android, they're only making a little bit of those. Like, I heard like 100,000. That headset is gonna be expensive. It's not gonna be $500, $300. That headset is gonna be in the thousands. That's why they're not making a lot of them. We want quality, we want AAA to hit us. We're gonna have to start buying these games. I'm just saying, just my own opinion. You know, it's just the way I feel about VR. I'm passionate about VR. I love it. You know, being able to go from something like playing on a controller, just sitting back playing, and then actually being in the world, fantastic. Making videos and playing VR games and being in the VR world is amazing to me. I love it. Hey, we got the Horizon Worlds, which is just called Worlds now. They got a whole bunch of free games in there. The graphics are what they are, but they came out with something to make the graphics a little bit better. They got VR chat that if you play on the PC side, got some fantastic graphics, but that's in VR. You can actually play that with your standalone headset. You got a lot of things with the Quest that you can enjoy. We need to start supporting and buying these games and stop complaining about them, every little thing that's wrong with it. Now, if it's something that's really bad, like, oh man, this game keep crashing on me or keep glitching or this and that, yeah, got a problem with it. And some games are not good. You know, some games you'd be like, man, this game is kind of horrible. You could play it, and if it's horrible, you can return it. You know, we had a so-called AAA game that come out. It was bad. You know, a lot of people returned that game. When it's that bad, then yes, let's tell the developers how bad they are. But games like Behemoth, Metro, Batman, Asgard's Wrath, Assassin's Creed, games like that, we need to be on board with them. We need to be showing these developers, you make a game like that, we behind you. That's how VR is going to grow. Not by not buying these games and making them become free, and then we just get a whole bunch of shovelware inside the store. Then everything is kind of just crap. And then everybody's like, where's all the good games? Developers like, we're not making them. Let's support our devs when they are great games, because I don't know about you, but I want AAA games to continue to come. VR is amazing. I love it. That's my rant. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I catch you on the next video. Peace.